Hey, this is James Malfitas, and I just want to thank you for signing up for the webinar. Right now, I'm just putting the finishing touches on my brand new, unique training that you've just registered for. So let me just take you through this quickly so you know what to expect on the webinar. So I'm really excited for this up-and-coming training called How to Get 2 to 5 Paid Consultations Every Month. And the goal, of course, is to share my simple one-page strategy with you, showing you how to get a minimum of 2 paid consultations. Not free consultations, but 2 paid consultations into your practice every single month. And the reason is that once people actually pay for a consultation, they are at least 5 times more likely to become a long-term paying client. Now, this webinar is for you if you're an accountant, an auditor, a bookkeeper, a tax practitioner, or a financial advisor that needs to get face-to-face with your prospects in order to turn them into paying clients. It also doesn't matter how old you are, what your current income is, or even whether you have any clients or not. It also doesn't matter whether you're just starting out in your business or whether you're a 20-year veteran. I've been coaching financial professionals on the system for the past year, and it just flat out works. You're going to find this training totally different to anything that you've seen in the past because nothing like it exists elsewhere. So here's a promise for you. No bullet points, okay? Everything is going to be very visual, which is going to make things 10 times easier to understand because I'm going to show you everything instead of just telling you. More importantly, I'm going to show you how to customize the automated sales funnel system for your individual practice so that you can start using it to get consultations as soon as the webinar is over. And the reason that this is so important is because the way that people buy accounting services today has completely changed because of the internet. And most accountants simply don't know how to generate new clients. Yet, this is the single most important skill in growing your practice. You'll see that learning to get new clients is just a process that you can easily master. In fact, this learning process is no different to, say, the first time you were taught to draft financials. It's just a process or a learned skill, if you will. Now, I'm going to cover 3 secrets with you in this training. Secret number 1 is why paid advertising is better than the so-called free traffic. And here's a hint for you. It's got to do with automation. And then I'm going to show you how to actually recover your ad spend in less than 30 days so you can keep getting new clients every month because your ad spend is effectively free. The second secret is how to design an automated system that will get your ideal clients approaching you, having already decided to hire you before they meet you for the first time. I'll explain all that ninja psychology to you when we get onto the webinar. It's really something special. And the last secret is how to get your automated online sales funnel up online in record time without having to build any part of it yourself. You're really going to love this, and guess what? It's actually got much wider benefits to your practice as a whole. Also, keep an eye out in your inbox tomorrow because I'm going to be sending you the first of 2 bonus prerequisite videos. You're going to want to watch these before attending the training. It's going to lay the foundation so that we can hit the ground running and cover the more advanced topics on the core training. So I'm going to refer to the handout that you can download when you actually watch the first video. We're going to be using this handout on the webinar, and it's going to form the basis of your marketing for years and years to come. Now, whatever you do, please make sure that you don't miss this practice-changing webinar. We're only going to be running this for a maximum of 2 more times after this because we do different webinars every single month. And I promise that you're going to kick yourself in the head really hard if you miss this. Well, that's all for today, and I'm going to see you on the webinar tomorrow. Now, just before you go, there's 3 very, very important things that I need you to do on the webinar. So please, if you will, go ahead and do these 3 things. So the first thing, as you can see, step number 1, is to write down the date and time of this event. So write it down wherever you can and go over here on the right-hand side. And if you click on the Get Calendar Reminder, it'll bring up this pop-up box, and then you can obviously add it to your Google Calendar or your Outlook Calendar, whichever one that you're using. Please go ahead and do that. It's going to be very, very important for you. Then number 2, please show up to the webinar live. We're only going to do this a couple of times. I don't know if we're going to have a replay. We don't always manage to have a replay, and I like to reward action takers, and you'll see what I mean. If you actually attend live on the webinar, I'm going to show you how you can potentially get hold of a copy of my book. That's my number 1 best-selling book, Accounting Clients on Tap, and in fact, it's the book that this entire webinar is based on. And then step number 3 is really me just asking you for a favor. If you wouldn't mind, I'd really appreciate if you just go down and click on the Start the Survey button over here. And if you do, you'll see there's a simple 4-part survey, and I'd really appreciate it if you'd fill that in. It really helps me to know what to do on the webinar and to improve future webinars. So the first question is pretty simple. Do you have a website, yes or no? Then what is your biggest marketing challenge? And really here I'd like you to maybe just take a few minutes and just spend some time and really let me know what we have over there. What I generally do, if you really put some good stuff there, I actually give one particular person a free consultation with me every single month. So if you go ahead and you put the right stuff in there, you're probably going to be the one that's going to get that consultation. And then I just want to know, would you like some personalized help from me? There's 3 possible answers. There's yes, no, maybe, or no thanks. And lastly, if you do, what would you like help with? And of course, you can also put in there what you would like covered on future webinars. So once you've done that, just click submit survey and you're off to the races. And then if you want to get registered for all of the other webinars in the sequence, you can just click here, yes, subscribe. This is auto subscribe to future webinars from this host. And then you won't have to worry. You'll just automatically be subscribed and you'll just get notifications that the webinar is on, when it's on, and of course your link will be sent through to you. Right, so all that's left for me to say is thanks once again. I appreciate your time, and make sure you're on that webinar. It's going to change your practice, and I can't wait to see you there.